In this video, we'll go over general setup for boiler staging and mixing with the CPU-0600. The CPU-0600 is a Wi-Fi enabled control that is designed to be used for multiple applications, including boiler staging, hydronic mixing, pump sequencer, dual set point, and differential set point. When you power up the CPU-0600, it will ask you which control mode you would like the CPU-0600 to function. If you accidentally select the wrong control mode, please cycle the power to the control and select the correct control mode. In boiler staging mode, you're able to control up to 4 boiler stages per module, with the ability to link up to 4 CPU-0600s to control up to a maximum of 16 stages in total. The CPU-0600 is also capable to control up to 3 modulating stages per controller, with expandability to a maximum of 12 stages when linking controls. On the main screen, in the top left corner, you will see if the control is connected to Wi-Fi. Also beside that, if the controller is linked with another CPU-0600, there will be a link symbol shown. Below that, you're able to see the boiler supply temperature and target. If there is a heating demand, it will be framed in with a red box, and if the temperature has been satisfied, it will turn green. Next is the boiler return temperature. Underneath that will be the current outdoor temperature, and also, if the control is in warm weather shutdown, WWSD will appear next to the outdoor temperature. Below that will be the DHW temperature and its target if you are utilizing one in your setup. On the right side of the screen, you will see stages. Here, you can see the amount of on-off boiler stages you are controlling. Next will be the modulating. This will show you how many modulating boiler stages you are controlling as well. You are able to view the current modulating percentage. Next is pumps. You will be able to view up to 3 pumps and whether they are on or off. And finally, at the bottom are the demands. You will be able to view if there are any demands present. We can see that there is a heat demand at this moment and the DHW is not activated. To get access to the settings, please select the settings icon in the top right corner. In the settings menu, you have a number of different options to select from. Let's access the stage sequence setup. Here, we select the stage sequence. You are able to link up to 4 CPU-0600s together. The first sequence is labeled primary and represents sequence 1 to 4. Each following sequence will be considered the secondary controls and will represent the next 4 stages. So, sequence 2 will be stages 5 to 8, sequence 3 is for stages 9 to 12, and finally, sequence 4 will represent stages 13 to 16. Now we have the control ID. All secondary controls must match the ID of the primary controller to be able to link to it. In control status, you can view the sync code, the Wi-Fi network, and the signal strength of the Wi-Fi network the control is connected to. In design temperatures, you can set your boiler system for a single set point temperature or have your system operate off of outdoor temperature reset. In outdoor reset, you will want to enter the coldest day of the year for your area. Then you can enter the maximum and minimum boiler temperature required. The boiler temperature will operate between these temperatures based off the outdoor reset curve. Use web outdoor temperature can be used to obtain the outdoor temperature via the web rather than installing an outdoor temperature sensor to the control. You must have the control connected to a Wi-Fi network and the control must be added to the SensorLink's mobile app. WWSD is the warm weather shutdown temperature, which means when the outdoor temperature reaches this temperature, the system will shut down. And WWSD time is a buffer time, meaning that the outdoor temperature must remain at the WWSD set temperature or warmer for this period of time before your control goes into a shutdown. This is useful in the shoulder seasons like spring and fall when there are big temperature swings. In boiler setup, you can set how many boilers you would like to stage. Next is the differential for the set point. When using 2 or more boilers, you can set up your boilers to run as 2-stage boilers with the option to select low-low, high-high, which will fire the first stage of each 2-stage boiler first and then the second stage after. You can set the stage lag time for the amount of time you want each stage to fire. You can also use stage off lag time for when you would like the boilers to stage off. You'll have the option to rotate the boilers based off accumulated time or on-off cycles. The CPU-0600 allows for control of up to 3 modulating boilers per module. If you're utilizing modulating boilers with on-off boilers within your setup, the modulating boilers will fire first and then the on-off boiler will fire. In modulating setup, you can set how fast you would like to modulate and to set the starting percentage you would like the boiler to start at. You can also use the 0 to 10 volt signal to be interpreted by the boiler to achieve a certain set point temperature. In pump setup, you can select up to 3 pumps to control, including a system pump, a boiler pump, DHW pump, and there is also an option for an app-activated feature. In mixing mode, you can also control an injection pump and floating action valve. Each pump setup comes with the ability to input a post-purge time and a start delay time as well. Finally, there is a pump exercise feature where you can exercise the pumps as often as you want. Let's check out the DHW tank setup. Here, you can choose to use a DHW tank by selecting it to be on. Fast DHW is a feature if you're using multiple boilers for DHW. Then you can set this to yes and all your boilers will fire to satisfy the DHW call. Next is the DHW boiler set point. This will be the boiler temperature requested to achieve the DHW target. And of course, DHW target is the desired temperature you want your domestic hot water to achieve. After that is the DHW differential. DHW interlock will disable the boiler pump when there is a DHW call. And lastly is the DHW priority, which can be set for either on or off. Back in the setup menu, you'll have the option to set up a permanent heat demand, which would be used instead of attaching a thermostat or heating call to the CPU-0600. In runtimes, you'll be shown the runtimes for your boilers, and you can also reset them as well. In Wi-Fi setup, this is where you can connect your CPU-0600 to a 2.4 GHz network. Please watch our video on how to connect the 0600 series controller to Wi-Fi. And that's the walkthrough for the CPU-0600 staging and mixing control mode.